gentlemen, would ask you to please stand for the national anthem.
Hello everybody and welcome to the CUFAI WSCAI Men's Division 5 final between Trinity College of Dublin C Team versus Rathmines College. I'm Adam Lennon. I'm joined by Colin Fortune. Colin, exciting game in prospect here?
Hi Adam, yeah, looking forward to this game. Should be a good game of football here. Two good teams. We've seen Rathmines ourselves in Athlone this year, and they are a formidable side, and by all accounts Trinity College look a very, very good side with some good players in their ranks, so should be a good game. The weather is good, and looking forward to this.
Yeah, and just to run through the teams, Trinity College line out with Jess Chambers in goal, Tom Schmitz number 2, Timo Schneiken number 3, Moritz Paul Koch number 4, Doolin wears 5, Fabian Schmidt 6, Joseph Kelleher 7, Sean Tully 8, Ofama 9, Stefano Saroli 10 and Ronan McNamara 11. Rathmines will start with Antonio Palatoni, Ilani Ibrahima, Samuel Oriatundan, Elijah Odean, Louis Bello, Abubakar Abdullah, Tingwan were 7, Mohamed Rahuma 8, Oscar Comiskey Doyle 9, Oliver Gleeson Halpin 10 with Zach O'Sullivan 11. Both sides come into this game having won all their games in the league so far, scoring plenty of goals, but also both sides have conceded goals along the way, Colin.
Yeah, this is a 50-50 game. Adam can go either way, and two good sides. Their league form shows that there's going to be nothing between these teams. So let's hope for a good game of football this morning.
Yeah, and the referee for today's game is Jack Keating, assisted by James Keating and Claudio Camposo.
Just looking out at both teams here, Rathmines look like a very physical side. They're a big side, and we know that ourselves from set pieces. They work a lot on it, and it's going to be the same here today, I think, because they seem to be a lot more physical and bigger than the Trinity team here.
Yeah, and one thing is to note that there is that low sun, and I think Trinity are going to start from left to right. We're in the blue and black stripes, with Rathmines playing from right to left in the first half, and yesterday we've seen a couple of games keepers, the sun just in the rise. The wind has died down here today. There still is a slight breeze in the favour of Rathmines in the first half, but that could be something that plays a factor.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just looking at the level of the sun now, and it's in the Trinity goalkeeper's eyes. Any ball coming in at that mid-height, he could get caught in the sun. I'm surprised he doesn't have a peak cap on him in this first half.
Yeah, and it looks like Ofoma is all set to get us underway. Just waiting on Keating.
The numbers in the back of the Trinity jerseys are very hard to read, so you might bear with us with the names. We'll do our best to get them right.
And we're away. Odetunde picks it up for the Rathmines side. He's well tackled and it's going to be an early free kick. Good intensity, quick start to the game already, Colin.
Yeah, nearly strong challenge from the Rathmines left back there on the Trinity player, and rightly so, a free kick. And I just see Niall Doolan here on the ball. You know, number 5. He's a local lad here from Athlone and in Trinity, in school in Trinity. So interesting to see how he does, because I remember him coming up as a young player, was a very, very good player, and I haven't seen him in a few years. So it'll be interesting to see how he does.
Yeah, and as Trinity get his back underway here, there is just that slight rain and drizzle coming on. Had a bit of slick to the surface and as Trinity try to go forward, but that's well picked up in the middle of the park by the Rathmines central midfielder. Chance here for Tingwan to have a run at the Trinity defence. He's well marshalled, and that's going to be a Rathmines ball.
I think we just seen early on what way the game is going to be between the physicality of Rathmines, because they are a physical side. Trinity look like a lot of first-year students, and they're not as physically built as the Rathmines team, and that could be a big factor in this game.
Yes, absolutely, as the number 11, Ronan McNamara, gets on the ball for Trinity, but it's dealt with by the Rathmines defence. It's back with Jess Chambers in that Trinity goal. Rathmines looking to press right onto the Trinity back four as they try to play out, and they forced a mistake off the centre half. I think it's Paul Cock over that left hand side. As Colin said, it is very hard to read the numbers, and we aren't that familiar with the players on the pitch, so bear with us on that one. Questions of a foul there, but nothing doing for Jack Keaton, the referee. As Doolan goes back to his centre half. Chance here for Rathmines. It's good feet. He's in. Oh, question of penalty, and it's a penalty, Colin.
Yeah, very good break there from Mohamed Rahuma from midfield, and rightly so, 100% a penalty. We're just having a look at the replay here. A little bit of a mistake at the back. Rahuma picks it up, and he drives into the box. Good ball through, actually. Yeah, and it's
a penalty. It's a penalty.
It's
It's unfortunate for the recovering defender, but it is a penalty all the same. And Rahuma, as Colin pointed out, has the chance to make it 1-0 with 3 or so minutes gone.
I think we're all struggling here to read the numbers in the back of both sets of jerseys, so you'll have to bear with us with that. I think it's the number 8, Rahuma, that's going to hit this.
Rahuma to make it 1-0. That's a great penalty. We're not always in favour of the little hop, but it's 1-0 to Rathmines.
Yeah, go penalty into the bottom goalkeeper's right hand side. The little hop, kind of keeper didn't move.
Keeper can't do anything about that, Jess Chambers, but it's 1-0 to Rathmines. Great start for the Dublin-based side.
No, a good start for Rathmines. First real attack, and got a goal. They'll be happy with that. It might settle them down a little bit.
Yes, a long way to go yet in this men's Division 5 final. Rathmines 1-0 up thanks to that penalty. Rahuma again gets on the ball, great feet again. He's a chance to deliver. Doolan stands him up. Rahuma is the danger man so far, Colin.
He seems to be. He's very, very direct, and he done well there again. Good cross into the box, and it was cut out the front post for a corner kick. And this looks like a dangerous situation for Trinity. They're going to have to defend this well.
Yeah, and I'm actually very surprised that the captain, Odian, has stayed back. He's probably the biggest player on the pitch, and maybe they're going to try and work something. They're very dispersed in the Trinity box. In swinger from Rahuma. It's low. It's not dealt with. Odeon will get to the ball before his Trinity counterpart, and it goes all the way back to Palatoni in the Rathmines goal.
Yeah, I don't know if it was meant to, the corner was meant to be low like that, but it worked anyway, and it caused problems to Trinity. They didn't really deal with it at that front post area. And,
yeah, McNamara does well to win it back, but it's cleared by Odeon. Oh, chance here. Yeah, Trinity trying to get it under control, but a few complaints from the Trinity midfielder, but Rahuma's down injured.
Number 10 for Rathmines made a good burst through the middle there. He showed a bit of pace and almost got in. It was good defending on the end.
Yeah, this could be a feature of the Rathmines game. You know, they're very athletic, very quick up top, and something that Trinity are going to have to deal with.
Just looking at the flag there to our left-hand side, there seems to be a bit of wind behind this, so I wouldn't be surprised if he thought about shooting from this distance. No, he tried to go wide.
Oh, it's a great ball out wide. Chance for delivery. The winger, I think it's the number 7, Joseph Kelleher, gets back on this occasion. Kelleher again, just trying to shepherd out and could have thrown for his side, but he can't. It's going to be a Rathmines ball right in the far corner here. Looks for Rahuma, but it's dealt with. Trinity look to clear, and they do. Odeon does well at centre half. Big physical presence, as Colin has pointed out.
Yeah, he stepped in there and he's big and strong and won the tackle, and he just does a simple, to be fair to him.
Odeon's on it again. Looks for the switch out wide to Tingwan. He has the overlap if he wants to use it. Goes himself. Chance here for the number 10. It's a great save by Jess Chambers in the goal. It was a good strike from Gleeson Halpin.
Yeah, well played there.
They look dangerous, don't they, Colin?
Yeah, Tigwana done very well here from the left-hand side. He cuts in and sets up Gleeson, and Gleeson with a good touch out in front, and second touch was a shot on goal, and the keeper done well to palm it away for a corner kick here. There's been a bright opening for Rathmines. Trinity haven't really got started yet. They're going to have to get themselves back into this game, so they are.
No, not at all. And Rahuma, the goal scorer, to whip this one in. It's a slightly over hit. Trinity do well to clear. As Kelleher comes forward, but again, it's that man Odeon just getting in the way.
Yeah, no nonsense defending. He just, defends his lines. Gets the ball out, gets everyone in behind the ball again, defend in numbers.
Again, Trinity, Rathmines, they're not giving the centre halves any time on the ball.
To be fair to Trinity, they're trying to play out, they're trying to play that passing game, and you're right, Rathmines are pushed right onto them, and they're not giving them a chance at all, and Trinity are ending up making mistakes in their back line.
Yeah, and it's going to be a Rathmines thrown on the far side, just at the halfway line. Ibrahima gets us restarted. As that man again, Rahima, it's a great ball across. Doing just is enough to get in front of his opposing winger. But it's kept in play here. Tingwan does well initially. Good battle in the middle of the park. Chance for Rahuma again. It's well blocked down. Rathmines still have it. And it's going to be another corner, but again, Trinity under a lot of pressure, Colin.
Yeah, they look very lively up front, Rathmines. That guy Rahuma again looks very, very dangerous, but also Tingwana and Doyle and Halpin are very, very busy, and they seem to be very tricky players.
Yeah, it's another decent ball in. Rahuma's going to let it run. Yeah, probably couldn't let bounce. He didn't
Probably
have to
could
let
have.
be-
Probably
yeah.
could have went and attacked it. Yeah, it was a good ball into the box. Here it is again. You know, he done well, Rahum, with the pull back. Maybe go and attack it from there. Yeah.
Yeah, it skids off the surface and goes over his head. But Trinity, as Colin Riley pointed out, they're looking to play, and it's great to see sides at this level having the confidence to play out from the back, whether it works or not. That ball's played long, but it's going to be picked up by a Rathmines defender. Doolan looks to go forward. Well covered by the fullback, number 3, Odatan.
It's an opportunity now for Trinity up the pitch, trying to get a bit of possession in Rathmines' half.
Yeah, and they have the throw in again. As McNamara looks to just retrieve the ball, but this will calm them down a little bit. They haven't had made the best start to the game, as McNamara tries to set back Doolan, but just a bit sloppy and goes out of play for Rathmines' ball.
Yeah, they're finding it difficult to get in them positions, so when they are in them positions, they just need to take a little bit more care and try to get a bit more out of it.
Rahuma questions of a foul, but he plays on. It's a great little flick, and chance here for the number 9. Doyle plays it out wide. Good interlink play on that right hand side. So Fama comes back, and chance here for Trinity to break. McNamara's in here. He goes the other side as Odeon tries to clear it.
It's good from Trinity. They have a few more bodies forward now in the right areas, and you know they've done well. Here's a chance here.
It's a great strike, and it's off the crossbar. What a strike that was, but it remains as Doolan. I'd like to see that one back. Just see here on the left hand side, I think it's O'Sullivan gets the ball into the box. It's a great turn, and the keeper is in no man's land.
It does very, very well there. No, great turn, great shot. Keeper has bet all ends up and just comes off the crossbar. Bit better by Trinity. They need to keep this pressure up now.
Yes, absolutely, and they have another throw in at Doolan. Goes down the line to his winger as Ofama just loses his slip in, and that's a bad tackle, and it's going to bring the first yellow card of the game. I think it's the number 6, the captain Fabian Schmidt, with it.
Yeah, he was a little bit wild there and late on Rahuma.
So 13 minutes gone, first yellow card of the game. Fabian Schmidt, the captain from the Trinity College C side. Rahuma, again, it's great for footwork for such a big man.
Yeah, he looks like a very good player side as Rahuma, and I think Schmidt just was told to get a bit tighter to him, and in that occasion he was just too tight and went in late in a tackle with him.
Yeah, as Rahuma and Schmidt go to challenge again, and Schmidt, he is aggressive. Tingwan just tries to be a bit too clever with that one. Schmidt again. Doolan picks it up. It's a nice little flick out from Saroli. Sorry, it's the number 10, Gleason Halpin. Rahuma now to go forward.
Yeah, I don't know what he was trying there. I think he was trying to get a bit of a yard to try to have a shot, but it just went away from him.
Gleason Halpin now tries to turn. There's been a couple of instances of that, Colin. Just lads trying to be a bit too clever on the ball.
Yeah, I think you're right, Adam. On this big pitch, they just need to move the ball. There's space all over the pitch, and if they stay on it, they're getting closed down and getting kicked like that. They just need to be, keep the ball moving.
Yeah, and I think Schmidt has kicked Rahuma again here. Schmidt, who has just been booked a minute or so ago, and he needs to be careful, or Jack Keating, the referee, won't have a choice. And
that was a silly one there, right in front of the referee after just being booked. He needs to be careful here. I'm sure he's on a final warning now.
Yeah, the last thing they want is their captain, their leader, to be sent off 15 minutes into a league final when they're 1-0 down.
Yeah, absolutely. It's hard enough 11v11, but to go down a man, they'd be really up against it.
And
Just need to keep the
as you
discipline
said,
there.
on this big pitch as well, you just need to move the ball and keep the defence shifting back and forth. Yeah, I think Rahuma looks like he's set up to hit a shot. He is a good 35, 40 metres out, so it will take some strike if he is to beat Jess Chambers in the Trinity goal. Opts for the little dink. It's well dealt with. Rahuma picks it up again. Loses out, and chance for Trinity to go forward again. That's going to be a free kick, and it's the number 5, Louis Bello, that gives it away. It's Trinity waste no time and get it underway again. But that's just sloppy from Zach O'Sullivan. Sorry, it's Ronan McNamara, I think, on that far side. As it's a great little slip ball chance here. Oh, it's a great chance, Colin.
Done very, very well there. So I did the number 9 Doyle, was it, that cut in?
Yeah, Comiskey Doyle, I think it is, and
Yeah,
he's a
good
great
grip.
run just in behind, and
Great run, great ball through, comes in on his left foot, it opens up, and yeah, it was just unlucky there he was.
Yeah.
Tried to find that bottom left-hand corner.
yeah, Chambers was beaten in that Trinity goal as Smith picks it up again in the middle of the park. Trinity still looking to play, still looking to build up from the back, despite early pressure from Rathmines. Thing one goes to get it, and the questions of a foul there, but Jack Keating waves it away.
Yeah, the defender just got a touch on the ball, luckily enough, or he would have been in trouble there. He would have. You're right, Adam. They're still trying to play at the back, and you know they're getting themselves into a lot of trouble there. Well, they just need to mix it up a little bit.
That's it. Sometimes it's just not always on to play, and you have to play the game that's ahead of you. As Dudhan gets it underway again. Rahuma tries to be a bit clever again. Picked up by Schmidt. Not cleared from a Trinity point of view, but they will pick up again. Questions of a foul there in the middle of park. Great feed again, and he's in here. Ofama, if he can get his head up. Oh, it's whipped to the back post, and
Yeah, from this angle it looked dangerous in
It
the
did,
top of the
actually.
goalkeeper. But yes, just great ball through to Ofama. Just in these positions, they just need to take a bit more care and give the players in the middle a chance.
yeah, and Palatoni in the Rathmines goal was scrambling for a minute there, but it sails over the crossbar.
Just a warning to Rathmines again that this Trinity team are dangerous going forward, so it just keeps them on their toes.
Yeah, as we said prior to kickoff, both sides have scored plenty of goals in the lead up to this final, but they've also conceded 1 or 2 as well, so that's a great little flick on that far side. It's very tight over on that right hand side from a Rathmines point of view, but Rahuma, nice little flick. Chance here, Tingwan, he'll get there before Doolin. Tingwan cuts back inside. Oh, and it's
Great.
wide.
There's a great through ball as well. Tingwan done well to keep himself on side.
Just outside of the boot. And
Yeah, but he was always going to come in on his right. Don't let him come inside him. Got inside very easy, and he just pulled the shot wide. It was a great opportunity for Rathmines.
yeah, possibly should be 2-0 as Trinity go along for the first time today. Doolin has a chance to just bring it forward, and his pass has run out of play in front of the Rathmines bench. It's been a frustrating open 20 minutes or so from our Trinity point of view. Rahuma gets on it again, loses out this time to Doolin. Questions of offside, but play on. Fama can get turned and running at the back four here. No foul there. Good tackle from the centre half, Bello.
The centre halves of Rathmines, Bello and Odeon don't take any prisoners. They're just, they're two big solid guys back there. They're doing very, very well. They're not giving Trinity any chance at all.
As the left full, Timo Seidsking does well on the left hand side there for Trinity. It's going to be a Rathmines throw in. Deep inside the Trinity half of the field. Looks for Rahuma, but it's well dealt with. It's picked up by the 6. Abdullah loses out, comes back to Odeon. Looks for that switch out wide. Tingwan gets past Doolan, and Doolan had to be covered there by centre half.
Yeah, Mort's Paul Cock done very, very well there, covering the full back. Tingwan had done well. He got inside. We thought he got inside Doolan, but centre half came over and covered him and cleared the ball.
Doolan clears. Fama, he just needs to be a bit stronger there, Carl. Get his side up the pitch.
Yeah, he's going to have to back into that defender and try to hold that ball up a little bit. I know it's difficult on him and he's a bit isolated, but he's going to have to be a bit stronger to hold that ball up.
Yeah, as Tingwan does well to win the throw-in off Smith.
The pressure that Rathmines are playing on, or forcing onto Trinity's back forward. Trinity midfielders are dropping deeper and the wingers are dropping deeper, and the Fama is getting very, very isolated.
As it's a great flick on. Chance here for the number 10 and the offside, or handball, sorry, I think on the far side. It's the assistant referee.
Well spotted by the assistant referee over there for the handball in the box. It just bounces up, I think, hits him in the arm. Oh, it headed off.
Yeah, I think if that one went in, Gleason Halpin, he would have had a question to ask the referee, but as of now we play on as Halpin gets on the ball again, and just looking, I'm not sure who he was trying to slip there, as the number 7, sorry, Zach O'Sullivan, the number 11 on the far side, made the run. Ofama, another good battle with Bello, does better this time, but still under pressure. Does very well, Ofama, and buys the free kick for his side.
Yeah, it does well there. Good hold-up play. I know it's very difficult and he's very deep, but he's done very, very well there. He was very strong and kept the ball well, got his body in, and earns himself a free kick.
Yeah, as Cock looks to get us underway again here. And it's Paul Cock with the free kick up to Ofama. Does well, beats Odeon in the air.
Bit
Questions
wild.
out foul, and yeah, it is. It's as Colin said, it's wild from Iliani Ibrahim on that far side.
Yeah, I think he got away with the first one, the push in the back, hit just here. He got away with one, but he went back for another one, and he didn't get away with that one. It's a bit wild. Sometimes you just need to stand up there, and there's good opportunity now for Trinity in a dangerous position.
Yeah, and Joseph Kelleher, who had won that free kick, looks set to take it. This is a massive opportunity now for the Trinity College side, who haven't really had any shots on goal as of yet. 24 or so minutes gone.
No, they're struggling to create chances at the minute, so when they create this type of chance, they need to be ruthless here and hit the target anyway. Give the goalkeeper something to do.
Yeah, Palatini just organised his wall for Rathmines. Kelleher to strike at goal. It's a good strike, and it's just over the bar, Colin.
Yeah, the keeper was in trouble. He was watching that all the way, and he dived at the end. That was unlucky. Up over the wall and just over the bar.
Yeah, just over. Good strike. Positive signs from a Trinity point of view.
It's better, yes. At least they're creating something now, so they just need to keep that up. That all came from Ofama being big and strong and holding that ball up and getting a free kick to allow Trinity to get players up the pitch.
Yeah, Ofama, he's going to be key to getting this Trinity side in again as he tries to take down that goal kick. Doesn't manage to do so, but he wins it back for his side as Trinity look to break now. It's well won back in the middle of the park. I think it was the Abdullah. Shaky enough header there from the fullback, Ibrahim. The man that gave away that free kick moments ago.
Yeah, he got away with it. His defensive partner got him out of jail there.
Chambers sends it long. Again, it's picked up. That's going to be offside against the number 9, Comiskey Doyle. As Trinity waste no time but give the ball away. Again, both sides being a bit sloppy in possession, Colin.
Yeah, it's gone into that kind of phase of the game where, you know, the players are getting a little bit tired and getting a little bit sloppy on the ball. I still think with the size of the pitch and, you know, they need to move it a bit more. A lot of them are taking an awful lot of touches on the ball and it's just breaking down. There's an opportunity here now, if we can get to it.
Yeah. Good defensive work there by O'Danton against McNamara. Chance here, get the ball in the box, but again, as Colin's rightly pointed out, they're just taking too many touches.
Yeah.
Chance here though.
He's in.
Comiskey Doyle, he's 1v1. It's good defending so far, and Comiskey Doyle, he picks it back up. Chance here. Just no one on the cutback as the number 10, Gleason Halpin, picks it up. Good strike, but it's straight down the barrel of Chambers, and Trinity look to counter quickly. They're not going to get the chance. That's going to be it. Trinity throwing, Colin.
Yeah, the defender initially done very well. I think that's the way the game has gone. The defender does very, very well, and then he gives it straight back to them again and puts himself in trouble. And, you know, they get away with one there to do, to be fair, Trinity do.
As Ibrahim covers his centre half, Bello looks to play it to Odeon. Odeon, it's a decent ball out to that right hand side. Gleason Halpin now for Rahuma, the goal scorer. And Gleason Halpin just can't find O'Sullivan on the right hand side. O'Sullivan had kind of gone deep on that occasion, but the Rathmines, they do look very dangerous going forward.
Yes, there's some very, very good attacking players that they do in their team, and, you know, Doyle, and, you know, we've spoke already about Rahuma. He's very, very good, but Halpin as well and O'Sullivan, they're all tricky players. You know, and as we said, if they just move the ball a little bit more, you know, they'll get through in this Trinity team, because, you know, when they pass the ball, they're opening them up a little bit.
Yeah, as Ofama does well and wins a free kick for his side. Looks like Schmidt is going to come over, and they're sending all the big boys up for this one.
At the minute, this seems to be Trinity's best way of getting themselves back into this game.
Schmidt to deliver. It's a decent ball, it's deep, and it's a free header. Oh, he needs to score.
Two of them in front of the goal in the 6-yard box. You know, free header has to do a lot better there.
Yeah, it's a great ball in from Schmidt, and the runners just aren't track calling. Yeah, he has to score from there. I think it's the number 2, Thomas Schmitz.
Great opportunity there.
He'll be frustrated with that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Palatini gets his back underwear. Fama tries to take it down again, but
I think we've seen why in this first 30 minutes, why both teams score a lot of goals but also concede a lot of goals.
yeah, it's a good tackle there from Sean Tully, the number 8 from Trinity. Again, if you're just joining us, Rathmines leading this men's Division 5 final thanks to a penalty from Mohammed Rahuma. Rathmines have probably had the better of the chances so far, and please bear with us on the jersey numbers and names. We're not that familiar with the players, and some of the numbers are very difficult to read, so please bear with us on that one. As Rahuma takes it down, can have a run at Doolan here, but that's just going to go out of play. Good defender from Doolan.
I think Rathmines are going to have to get Rahuma in it a bit more. And, and then when Rahuma receives it, he's going to have to do a little bit better now on the ball, because he's taking too much out of it and he's getting closed down. They're starting to double up on him.
Yeah, he's probably a bit overconfident after the opening 10 minutes or so that he had, as Odeon does well. Looks to play forward. Now Rahuma has a chance to just play centre forward in. Continues on. It will come to Comiskey Doyle. Gets his shot away.
Good block by the centre half there. Doyle does very, very well. So he does to get his yard, to get his strike away, and good defending.
Yeah, Tully just can't find his number 7, Kelleher. But Kelleher will pick it up now with Ofama. Ofama looks to play it in behind. It's a great little flick on. He's offside. Yeah, frustration from the Trinity, but that's much better, Colin.
It is to move the ball and runners from midfield in behind Ofama, which is great. Ofama's dropping in, and you have the midfield runners getting in behind. Good ball through. Yeah, he had just strayed that little bit offside, but it's good. It's a good run from outside to in, and that's their opportunities. That's where they'll get in behind this, strong Rathmines defence. There's a lot of space out there, and I think they need to realise that, especially in behind the defenders. There's a lot of space to put that ball into.
Yeah, as Rathmines got his back underway here. Ball's aimed at Rahuma. Does well and wins his header. Kelleher is in a chase to get back. Does well. Finds Ofama. Questions of a foul from Odeon. Just a little nudge in the back, and Ofama does well to keep possession as Odeon makes the challenge, but the ball's just going to bounce right back into the Rathmines keeper's arms.
Good battle there between Ofama and Odeon, the Rathmines captain, and Odeon came out on top that time, but Ofama is getting into this game a lot more, and Trinity will need that to create some more chances. They'll need him.
Yeah, as Schmidt picks this up, looks for Ofama. It was probably the right idea, just the wrong execution on this occasion. It's the number 11, O'Sullivan, wins a throw-in for his side. Gleason Halpin plays it back. Tully does well.
Good battling by Tully over there. He's not giving them a minute on the ball, so that's good. That's better. They're getting in their faces and they're getting tighter and they're winning their tackles.
Yeah,
they're growing into this game. They are Trinity.
Yeah, Rahuma gets on it to danger man. Slips a good pass out wide. It's the cross. Yeah, it's just straight into Chambers' hands, but again, Trinity can't let Rahuma get time and space on the ball, because he will find the passes. No foul there on Doolan. No foul there. Smith has hurt himself, I think, in that tackle.
I think it was just a strong 50-50. I don't think there's too much in that. I think the referee done well there.
Yeah, it's been a good battle, that. Fabian Schmidt, the captain from the Trinity College C side, and Mohammed Rahuma, the goal scorer. They've both given each other a few fair kicks now at this stage.
They have. This is a rattle Rahuma a little bit, because Rahuma's gone off the boil a bit. They need to get him back into it.
Yeah, good hold of play, and that's a great turn, and that's going to be a free kick. Again, it's Ibrahim on the number 7, Joseph Kelleher, and that's another good battle that we've seen so far early on.
Kelleher does well there. Nice little turn, and he gets the wrong side of Ibrahim and draws his free kick. Another dangerous opportunity.
Yeah, and we've seen the last free kick that they had from a similar crossing position, and this one's probably a bit too central, maybe can they slip one wide to get the ball in the box, but Rathmines be hoping to mark up a bit better this time, Colin.
Yeah, Odeon and Bello seem very, they're very, very comfortable with facing the ball and balls, attacking the balls directly in front of them, but anything kind of in behind them or over the top, they're struggling a little bit to react to it, and that could be a way for Trinity to get back into it. A few little balls in behind them, get them turned.
Yeah, and Trinity, it looks like they've something set up here with Tully to deliver, and it's a great little ball in. It's the first header is one, and it's a penalty.
Bello's hand in the air. I thought he got away with it.
Yeah, Carl, we just see it here on the replay. Bello sticks the hand up. I'm not quite sure if it actually hits the arm. But all the same, the referee's not going to change his mind now. And Jack Keating, it's a penalty. The second penalty of the game.
Bit wild by Bello having his hand in the air. He's asking for trouble, whether he hit it or not. You know, it's very hard to see from this angle and this distance. But you know, referees after giving the penalty, he's not going to change his mind. And is that Odeon that's after being booked?
Yeah, Odeon, number 4, Elijah Odeon's after being booked. I'm not sure because he wasn't the one that gave away the penalty, so it must be for something he said. And this is a chance now for Trinity to get right back in the game. I think it's going to be the captain Schmidt to take. Schmidt. That's a great penalty. No messing about there, Colin.
No messing. He just put his boot behind that and a lot of power, and keeper wasn't stopping that one. I think we can confirm there that it was Odeon that actually received the yellow card. Our producer here, the sun was in his eyes, and I know he put down Bello, but I think we've corrected it, that one.
Yeah, it's all right. Look, Anthony, he's found it difficult the past 2 days to keep up with the play, but we let him away with it.
It's been a long 2 days to him, to be fair.
As Comiskey Doyle gets his back underway. 1-1, 36 or so, 37 minutes gone here now in this CUFAI WSCAI Men's Division 5 final. It's Trinity College 1, Rathmines College 1. As Schmidt picks up the ball. They're starting to come into life here, Trinity.
They've got a bit of confidence from the goal, and you know, I think there's a bit of belief now in them, which is great, because you know, they have some tricky players. They're just, you know, lacking that little bit of confidence and, you know, togetherness.
Yeah, good feed from Wafama. Needs to move it. Or lose it, and he does lose it, but Odeon gives it straight back to the captain, Schmidt. Schmidt strikes, and that's a good block, because that was travelling.
That was an important block, because we were behind that ball, and that definitely was travelling. That might have caused the goalkeeper a bit of problems there. It's a good ball out wide.
Yeah, it just can't be taken down from Zach O'Sullivan on that right-hand side, but it was a great switch of play from Rahuman. Oh, it's very hard to call this one, Colin.
No, yeah, you're 100%. Trinity after getting themselves back in this game, and you know, they're looking at threat now all of a sudden. And Odie, and then the Rathmines captain on the yellow card, he needs to be careful as well, because you know, it's a long time to go in this game without putting in a tackle or minding himself.
Yeah, good 50-50 again over here on this near side. That's given away from the number 10 as Ofama has a chance to break here. Trinity, plenty of bodies up forward. Smith tries to play it, but Bello clears it off Ofama, and that's going to be a Rathmines throw-in.
Rathmines have just switched their wingers here to try to get themselves back in this game. Tinkwana and O'Sullivan here have just swapped wings for the time being, trying to get a bit of attacking presence going again.
Yeah, Rahuma looks to play it inside, but it's well dealt with by the centre half from Trinity, the number 4, Cock. Schmitz gets clear. McNamara to chase this one down. Needson, he does well not to give away a free, but ends up over the sideline himself.
Just gone a bit scrappy from Rathmines now again. They're giving the ball away a lot. I know it's giving Trinity that bit of confidence it is.
Yeah, it's a good throw in there from Callagher, and I think that ball is just going to run out of play for a throw in and not a corner kick.
Just looking at the flags there, as the wind picked up a little bit in the last 10-15 minutes. You know, seems to be behind Rathmines going forward.
Yeah, Rathmines, and Odeon does well just to move his arm. Schmidt puts in a great tackle, but there's a chance here. He's onside.
Yeah, well, so we can keep this in. There's a good chance here. Yes, he's kept it in, and Rahuma's in the centre, Doyle's in the centre. We can get this in. Oh, he's just overdone it again.
Yeah, it's been a feature of the Rathmines play here today. Just taking too many touches as Trinity look to go forward, but it's going to be picked up from Bello. Gives it to Rahuma. Rahuma not afraid to go at people. Chance here. Tingwan, can he deliver? It's a great ball in, and it's a great goal. It's a great goal from Rathmines.
I think we were saying that all along, if they just moved the ball, and that was a lot better by Rathmines. They moved it, they played it wide. Great ball by Tingwana into the box. O'Sullivan at the back post. Crosser for Doyle. A hint of offside there, but I think he was behind the ball when O'Sullivan got a touch on it.
Yeah, we just see it here again, and it's a nice ball played out wide. Tingwan questions offside initially. The number 9, Comiskey Doyle, certainly isn't offside as the ball's played back, and the goal stands.
No, I think he was okay. I think it's a good decision. I think the player was behind the ball when the ball was played.
Yeah, so
number 9, Doyle.
Yeah, Comiskey Doyle, the goal scorer, number 41. Frustration from a Trinity point of view, because they just started to grow into this game, and they've got that penalty to make it 1-1. To find themselves 2-1 down right before half time.
Yeah, it was a good move, to be fair, by Rathmines. Great ball into the box by Tingwana out on that right side. And here he goes again down the line.
Yeah, Tingwana using that speed. And that's great defending. I believe it is actually Tom Schmitz on the left-hand side. I just got a quick glimpse of the numbers there, so I think it's Tom Schmitz is actually playing at left full with the number 3 Schneiken playing at centre half, and Schneiken does well with Schmidt just to clear that, but Trinity looking a bit shaky at the back again now, Colin.
Yeah, they are again. Rathmines are putting the pressure on them again, and they're causing problems for them. Tricky little spell for Trinity here. They need to get into half time at 2-1, and they're still well in this game. They've done well the last 10 minutes, and they just need to get playing again.
Yeah, Rathmines certainly have had probably more of the possession and the chances, but Trinity got that penalty back into the game, and there's Ofama and Odeon. That's been a great battle out there, and Ofama comes out on top at this stage, but Odeon's going to pick this one up again as
it's a trouble now.
Yeah, and that's Ibrahim, and Ibrahim, the Rathmines, they just need to keep their discipline. They're winning 2-1 here. There's no need to make silly fouls. The last free kick that was delivered into the box was a penalty. The one before that, probably Rathmines should have conceded from. So it's another chance now here for Trinity.
No, they've been dangerous, Trinity, with balls in the box from these positions. So you're right, Rathmines need to stop giving these free kicks away, because that was a silly one there. There was no need for it. It was off the ball. There was no need for that at all. There was cover around them.
And it's going to be Schmidt to deliver again. Schmidt, and it's a great little ball in. It's going to be met by the head, but that's straight into the keeper's hands. I think it was the number 4, Paul Cock.
Free header again. Good ball into the box, and a free header in the middle of the goal. It was probably a little bit far out, and there wasn't much pace on the ball. It would have been hard to trouble the goalkeeper from there. Yeah. But again, it was an opportunity for Trinity.
Absolutely, and again it comes from a silly free kick and a yellow card for Ibrahim, and as Tingwan looks to deliver, as Doolan tracks the run, and Doolan just does enough to put off the number 11, Zach O'Sullivan.
Yeah, great early ball in from Tingwana, and a good run from outside left inside to the centre forward position by O'Sullivan. And you're right, Doolan does well. He follows the run the whole way in. He just puts O'Sullivan off.
Yeah, because initially I thought Doolan, he kind of played O'Sullivan on side, but he does well then just to track the run, as we see the photographer down below. Cock to clear. Fama does well to get a touch ahead of Bello. Does well to hold it again, and there's a chance out here on the left. I think it's Kelleher, and Kelleher goes first time, but it wasn't really on, Colin.
No, Kelleher, he had a good opportunity to get one-on-one with the fullback who had just been booked, Thought he was better off just taking a touch and getting at him.
As the ball's given away, as Doolan looks to go forward, and Ofama is onside here. Ofama, Bello, it's a strong tackle, but he wins the ball fairly.
Ofama's done very well up there for Trinity. You know, he's put Bello and Odeon under all types of pressure, and you know he's a big man. He's a right handful. He is.
Yeah, Ofama, we asked for a bit more from him. Ooh, as he gives away the free kick, but we did ask a bit more from him in the opening 15 minutes or so. He hadn't held the ball up, wasn't bringing his wingers into play, his midfielder into play, but he's really kicked on since then.
He has. He's really put himself about physically. He's within a match to two centre halves, and you know that's where all the chances have come from, by him holding it up and being physical and being a bit of a nuisance, and you know he's created chances for Trinity.
Yeah, his cock does well to keep that in. Doolan is under pressure. That's the second goal scorer. Comiskey Doyle wins it back as Fama can turn. It's a nice little slip ball out to McNamara. McNamara is well covered by Bello as Kelleher goes to hit one a bit ambitious, but it's blocked down.
Bit ambitious from that distance, but
oh, that's a foul, and that's a sore one for Ofama.
Yeah, free kick in a dangerous position.
Yeah, as we're just at the end of the half here, and this is a massive chance if
Kelleher has come in, so he has to have a look at this. He fancies this, is it?
Yeah, absolutely, and he had one earlier on that just went over the bar. They have looked very dangerous from set pieces, whether it's been a shot on goal or crosses into the box. And
a lovely time to get themselves an equaliser here and get in a half time all square.
Yeah, 47 minutes gone in this first half. I can't imagine we'll have much more to play after this free kick.
Put a lefty on that and go to goalkeeper side.
Yeah, Kelleher, and it's straight off the wall, and that's going to be us. Half time here. 47 minutes played at this first half. It's Trinity College C1, Rathmines College 2, and we'll be back for more coverage after half time.
couple of text messages. We don't
When they're sending messages. Yeah, hey. But if they say that, they're going to get a camera on the back of their head.
Right.
Hello everyone and welcome back to this CUFAI WSAI Men's Division 5 final between Trinity College C and Rathmines College. The story of the first half, Rathmines took an early lead through a penalty. Mohammed Rahuma slotted it away. Fabian Schmidt then got a penalty to bring things level on the 36th minute, but on the 41st minute, Comiskey Doyle, the number 9 from Rathmines, put them 2-1 up. As Rathmines get us underway in this second half, playing left to right in that pink and grey strip, with Trinity playing from right to left in this blue and black striped strip. Colin, lots of goals in the first half.
Yeah, lots of goals, 3 goals. Great to see. We're asking for more of the same now in this half. Couple of skill there by O'Sullivan to earn himself a free kick.
Yeah, I think it was Tom Schmitz, the left full from Trinity College, giving that one away. And as we said in the first half, please bear with us. The numbers are not as clear on the jerseys, and we're not that familiar with some of the players, so it is hard to read as Schmidt tries to clear that one and does. And that's a cheap throw in for Trinity College, given away by the left full from Rathmines.
Yeah, no nonsense defended by Trinity, put the ball forward, and they get a throw in high up the pitch.
Yeah, as Rahuma looks to go forward, and a chance here for Tingwan. It's a decent ball, but it's well dealt with. But it'll come back, and it's a poor touch from the number 11 McNamara. Sorry, Zach O'Sullivan, as Kelleher goes forward with it. Kelleher looked lively in that first half. Been a couple of good battles out there. You've had Kelleher and Ibrahim on this left-hand side for Trinity, and Tingwan and Doolan in the first half, and Rahuma and Schmidt. But really looking forward to this getting back underway and settling down.
Yeah, it's a nice tidy game, so it is. And just hope that a couple of the yellow cards won't have a factor that we keep 11v11 on the pitch, because there are a few on yellow cards and a few fiery characters on yellow cards, so I hope that's not a factor in this game.
Yeah, as Doolan looks to pick this one up, I thought he could have delivered it first time and come back out here to Tully. Tully takes a bit too much out of it.
I think that's been a factor in the first half as well. Both teams being guilty of getting into positions and not putting the ball in the box, or not releasing the ball, or not finding the pass, and just hoping that the quality picks up a little bit more, and incidents like that they go and punish teams, because we want to see goals, don't we, really?
Yeah, absolutely. As Bello gets clear after a poor touch from Ofama. Ofama was done well in that first half, and it's a great little switch, but I think that's going to run straight into Jess Chambers. And
that was a good idea by O'Sullivan, trying to find his opposite winger, Tankwana, who's quite quick, and the keeper is good starting position, and sweeps up in behind his defenders.
As Odeon tries to get it clear, and Schmidt just mistimes it, gets it under control, back to his centre half, Cock to bring it forward. Probably the right idea, and again, just the wrong execution. Bit of a sloppy start to the half.
Yeah, both teams going to find their way into the game again, and you're right, it was the right idea, but the execution just wasn't as good, and although they have an opportunity to squeeze Rathmines up the pitch here, so if they win something here, they're close to the Rathmines goal.
Yeah, as Tully does well and gets in front of his man, but that's it. Again, as both sides try to feel their way into this half, and that's a great little dink over top from Rahuma, but Schmitz again does well, gives out to Kelleher. First time ball inside, and it's a great turn. Ofama is in here if he can find him. It's good cover Ibrahim. Falls back to the Trinity number 10. It's a goal! It's a goal, and it's Ronan McNamara, the number 11 from Trinity. 2-2, Colin.
Yeah, great finish by by McNamara, was it? Great finish, but all the work was done by Gleeson Halpin. Oliver Gleeson Halpin done very, very well. Great turn initially, and great through ball and great finish in the end. So Trinity right back in this game, and we're in for an exciting last 40 minutes of this game.
Yeah, and we were looking for a bit of quality to get us underway in this second half, and I think it was the number 10 Stefano Saroli that provided it. Slips the ball out wide to Ronan McNamara, who makes no mistake putting it past Polatini in the Trinity goal, and Rahuma gets a lucky there. And again, the Leicester Celtic man just takes a bit too much out of it. And, he was made a great start to the game, but probably that sloppiness and taking too many touches has let him down since then.
Yeah, absolutely. Rahuma is a top player, but at times he just overdoes it, and he puts his team and himself into trouble.
Yeah, as they're just a break in play here, I'll just run through the teams. Trinity College line out as follows. No changes at half-time. Chambers, Smith, Schneiden, Koch, Doolan, Schmidt, Kelleher, Tully, Ofama, Saroli, McNamara, with Rathmines, with Polatini in goal, Ibrahim, Oyadatan, Odian, Bello, Abdullahi, Tigwan, Rahuma, Kaminsky Doyle, Gleeson Halpin, and Zach O'Sullivan is their 11. As Doolan takes a throw, finds his number 10, Saroli. It's a great takedown from Ofama in the middle of the park, but again, he just tries to be a bit too clever and disappointed from Ofama.
Yeah, great initial touch. And, it was the right idea to get it wide here for Kelleher. Just the execution again just wasn't up to it.
That's a great ball out wide, and Kelleher just couldn't get it under control, but again, it's good defending from Gleeson Halpin. Halpin very tidy on the ball, but isn't afraid to do the dirty stuff as well, Colin.
No, absolutely, yeah. No, he's working hard, to be fair to him. Trinity have got Saroli in it a bit. Stefano Saroli on it a little bit more in this half, and he looked very, very good.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be a substitution on the Rathmines side, and it's the number 6 Abdullahi is going to make way for the number 15 Lee Corcoran. Interesting to see if there's going to be a kind of a tactical switch here, or it's just going to be a straight swap. It looks like Corcoran's just dropped into the middle of the park where Abdullahi was. It's a great ball over the top here for Kelleher. Kelleher just kind of pulls out a challenge as Koch does well, and that's as no nonsense as it gets, Colin.
That's, I think you can put that down for a shot or a clearance, I'm not sure, but absolutely no nonsense, and wasn't letting Rahumi get in there ahead of him.
Yeah, so the first change of the game, Corcoran for Abdullahi. 52 minutes gone here.
Looks like Corcoran's just going to sit in front of the back four there and just protect it.
Yeah, and it's probably to counteract that Saroli threat that's been very effective early on in the second half. As Polatini, I'm not sure if he tried to take it down the full back. Got Schmidt on the far side, does well. It's Corcoran, sub-shoot, picks the ball up for Rathmines. And I think he's followed through, just caught Schmidt, who's down injured on the far corner. Corcoran again, trying to make his impression on the game as Rahuma comes forward. Questions of a foul there. And I think we're going to have a stoppage now for Schmidt, who took that knock off Corcoran's clearance, but it's been a really good start for Rathmines in the second half, Colin. They didn't start the first half well at all, and they've really come out in the second half a completely different side. Yeah,
they've been on the front foot from the first whistle of the second half. They've been pressing high, and they haven't let Rathmines settle at all. Even there, that's high up the pitch, and Smith has gone and put in a challenge on one of Rathmines players right up into the corner. So that just shows you, the different in dynamics from the first half. And, they've been very, very good, so they have in this first half so far, or this second half so far.
Yeah, As the medics just make their way onto the field for Schmidt. Hopefully he'll be alright. Fabian Schmidt, the captain from the Trinity College side, picked up that early yellow card for a rash enough challenge. Could have been sent off 2 minutes later, and then got the penalty that brought Trinity back into the game, but be a loss for Trinity if he was to go off.
Yeah, I think by the time the guys get over there, I think he'd be up and, you know, be an old man. I think it was just an innocuous challenge. I don't think there was too much in it. Just an accidental coming together.
Yeah, Corcoran.
Followed through.
Yeah, Lee Corcoran just tried to clear the ball, and unfortunately he caught Schmidt, but the game's going to go ahead anyway. Trinity down to 10 for the moment.
We need to get him back on the pitch or make a substitution. Well, there's no physio over there having a look at him, so I don't know how they're getting word back how he is to the bench.
Yeah, as of Fama, probably just needed to hold that one up. McNamara, the goal scorer, battling hard over there. Ofama, Corcoran does well to substitute again.
You know, even in these positions, you see how higher up the pitch Trinity are. You know, and from that to go win a free kick high up the pitch.
Yeah.
They do it early with Kelleher.
Kelleher does well again. Kelleher, oh, had questions of a penalty. He's just on the edge.
He needs to walk away, he's booked.
Yeah, Ibrahim, and to be honest, I think he's lucky not to get a second yellow there, because Kelleher had him back on.
Kelleher done very well, very, very direct. You know, and this is what the early booking does, is allow Kelleher go at him. And very rash tackle. Ooh.
Yes.
Not sure if he caught him much, but you know the intent was there, and he dived in. So, you know, you can't be doing that, especially when you're on the yellow card.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, Schmidt got away with one in the first half, a second yellow offence, and I think Ibrahim will be grateful for that one. I don't think he'll get away with the next one, Colin.
No, I reckon Rathmines manager might be looking at that and might be a bit worried about him, because, you know, as you said, one more incident and I don't think he'll be on the pitch any longer.
Yeah, it's just note the free kick is on the line, which means it should be a penalty. And Schmidt, that's a great ball in. It bounces around it. Oh, it's off the crossbar. Ofama.
Oh, they really rode their luck there, Rathmines. How that didn't go in, I'll never know.
Yeah, as the ball switched out again to Ronan McNamara on the far side, and McNamara gets his body in, and that's going to go out for a goal kick. I have no idea how that one has stayed out.
Look at it again here. It was a great ball in, to be fair. No one in the hole for Rathmines. Great ball in. Cock was it in there that, you know, battling away, just come off the crossbar.
Yeah, I think it's Schniking the eventual attempt on goal, and I'm not sure. It's very hard to see if it was the keeper or the defender or what, but Rathmines won't care. Remains 2-2, 57 minutes gone here. Rathmines need to start playing, but that's a terrible ball, and Kelleher. Ofama does well again. Ofama, and Odeon needs to stand up. Odeon, who was also booked in that first half, although many thought it was Bello, it was Odeon.
Yeah, from looking very reassured at the back, you know, the first half. The second half, they're looking anything but, and you know, they're looking nervous and tetchy, and they're just wiping the balls, and you know, they need to get the composure back, and they need to, you know, settle things down.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be another substitution here, and
I think it's a yellow card at right full. Abraham, I think they're taking off just in case.
Yeah, it's Ibrahim, the right full. Yeah, it's the number 2, Ilian Ibrahim, makes way. Ibrahim, who was booked in the 43rd minute. And it's the number 17, Abrahama Jeje, that's coming on. So 58 minutes gone here. Abraham Jeje replaces Ibrahim as Kelleher looks to deliver that one low. Oh, it's I don't know how that one has stayed out as well, Call.
I tell you, the great ball in, so it was.
Yeah,
seemed to go through the goalkeeper, and there was no one there. It was an open goal for somebody to tap it in, but there was nobody there. We're just looking at replay again. Well played by Kelleher to see that gap. Nobody in the hole. Goes through the keeper, goes through the keeper. Oh.
Yeah, and Tully, he just makes that movement out and then darts back in, and I don't know how that goal is.
It's lived a
It's
charmed life for the last
yeah, it really
couple of
is.
set pieces.
Again, that's set pieces. They've been the downfall of Rathmines. And Rathmines, they're a big physical side, as we said before kickoff, but they haven't really shown that at all, Colin.
No, they haven't. You know, I think it's more Trinity getting the ball down around the sides of them, and you know, in over them, and like we said earlier on, they're grand dealing with balls directly in front, but when they got turned at all, they're in trouble.
Yeah, it's Jed, the substitute, and strong tackle from Odeon, but he won the ball, to be fair to him.
Kelleher in this second half has been very good on this left side.
Yes, absolutely, and he could be the key to unlocking the Rathmines defence. As you know, Ibrahim, who has just been substituted, found it very difficult up against him. With Jeja now continuing on that battle as Bello. Again, it's a rash clearance. It should be well dealt with by Trinity. Bello picks up the seconds as Tully. It's a good little ball out wide as Kelleher. Ooh, it was a good idea. I think it was the number 10, Ciroli.
Yeah, it was a good idea, and it's the right pass. Just the execution again was unlucky. The keeper, to be fair, was out in the right position and sweeping up.
Yeah, Schmidt does well to keep it in, but great touch from Comiskey Doyle. And that's going to be a yellow card, and I will be very surprised if this isn't a yellow card for Timo Schneiken.
Yeah, Comiskey Doyle does very, very well there. Very strong, good hold-up play, gets the defender turned, and you know, drew a free kick, and rightly so was given a yellow card.
Yeah, and there's a chance now for Rathmines to get the ball in the box. They haven't been up in the opposition half at all in this second half, and that's mainly down to Trinity being so offensive and on the front foot, I suppose.
Definitely, and we're just looking here, you know, the three centre halves, three defenders over 6 foot, and they're all staying back. I'm surprised that someone sent one or two of them up.
Yeah, it's interesting. As you say, Colin, they're definitely all 6 foot 1 or 2 plus, and they're all staying back, but it's a great ball in, which should be cleared. It's a poor header from Cock. Schneiken wins a goal kick, but again, they need to be more. They need to take charge of them headers, Colin, don't they? It's just a bit too easy. They're letting it hit their head, and it's anyone's game then for a second ball inside the box.
Nah, you're 100% right in that. They're just, you know, they're not commanding in the header, so they're not. You know, they're letting it hit their head rather than going attacking it. They're lacking a little bit of belief, I think it is.
Yeah, and Corcoran, the substitute, is strong in the challenge. Chance here with Kelleher. Again, we seem to mention him every 30 seconds here as Ciroli can't get turned, and that's going to be picked up by Jeje. Two substitutes linking up. Bello does exactly what he's been doing all day, as Doonan does well just to read the bounce of the ball. Sometimes it can be difficult on these AstroTurfs, as Odeon lets Kelleher in, and Jeje has his hands full here, but does very well and wins that throw in for his side. He did very well, the substitute there, Colin.
Yeah, strength-wise, I think the strength of him just got him by there. You know, Kelleher, I think, you know, is a serious threat for Trinity, and you know, JJ is a strong guy, and you know, anything past him he might struggle to turn, but you know, he done very well there. Rathmines are struggling a bit in the second half. I don't know if it's tiredness or what's after happening, but they're looking like a different team from the first half.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a substitution on the Trinity side, and I think it's going to be Niall Doolan is making way, and
15, I think.
I think it's the 16, Felix Heigemann, is going to come on. So it's Niall Doolan, number 5, is being replaced by Felix Heigemann. 64 minutes gone here. Looks like that's a change of fullback. Heigeman has come over here to left full. Suspicion of handball. Fama gives it straight to Jeja. Chance here for Zach O'Sullivan to turn. And good battle there between himself and Tully. Ciroli.
Yeah, Tully does very well there. He's a busy midfielder.
Timothy Doyle and Schmidt does well to just get across as the crowd up the ante. A chance here. Timothy Doyle, and oh, he has to score. He has to score, Colin.
I don't know what I can say about the effort, but you know, a great chance. Takes it onto his left, does very well there. Probably his weaker foot, his right foot, probably looked like his weaker foot, and just pulls it wide. That was a great opportunity.
Absolutely, and it should be 3-2. And when he watches this back later, Oscar Comiskey Doyle, he'll have his head in hands. And
yeah, it's a great opportunity. He's done very, very well. Technically, he's very good. You know, that time he brought it onto his right foot lovely, and the goal opened up, but you know, just snatched at it a little bit.
Yeah, but Trinity won't care. Remains 2-all. Tom Schmitz brings the ball forward, and that's going to be a free kick against Tiguan. Tiguan, who hasn't really got into the game this second half at all, Colin.
Oh, it's a measure of Trinity being on the front foot, I think. You know, the full-backs will be dominant against the wingers, and you know, it's Trinity that are creating all the chances, so you know, the Rathmines wingers are defending more than attacking.
Yeah, and again, it's another chance for set-piece delivery from Schmidt, the captain. It's not great, but it's not dealt with. And Ofama, himself and Odie are battling again, and McNamara, it's a goal! Again, Colin, it's a set-piece. Rathmines just haven't cleared it at all, and it's 3-2 Trinity College.
Yeah, I think it's that first one. And you know, Odeon doesn't react to it. Ofama does very well in there, you know, puts himself about, and it falls for McNamara, and great finish again from the kid.
Yeah, McNamara, and I thought he wasn't in it at all in the first half, but he's come to life in the second half, and he's scored 2 great goals. And
yeah, he's done very, very well, so he has. You know, he's coming off that right wing, and 2 opportunities have come his way, and he's, you know, been ruthless. He's finished them, you know, impeccably.
Yeah, and there's going to be another substitution here for Rathmines, and it's the number 16, Guillermo Gutierrez Villaverde, is going to come on for the number 7, Babakut Loki Tingwan. So Tingwan, who we just mentioned, hadn't really been in it in this second half, is making way for Villaverde. And that's a clearance and a half from the centre half.
Yeah, there's been no nonsense in this second half. The first half they tried to play a little bit, but the second half, you know, a change in tactics. They've just put the ball forward quickly, and it's worked. They've been on the front foot, and they've done very, very well.
Aidan Roach, the Rathmines manager, he must be wondering what has gone wrong in the second half. His side hasn't played at all, as Corcoran wins a throw for his side, but you know, the substitutions haven't worked out so far for Rathmines.
No, they definitely haven't. You know, they need to try and get themselves back in this game and try to get the impetus again, because you know, it's been all Trinity, and you know, they're 3-2 in front, and you know, you have to say it's fully deserved from this second half display.
Oh, that's a chance, half chance as such for the number 10, Gleason helping another man that hasn't really been in it in this second half.
Yeah. No, they haven't got going at all in the top half of the pitch. You know, helping Doyle, O'Sullivan, you know, and more importantly, probably Rahuma hasn't got into it whatsoever.
Yes, Corcoran gives away the free kick, and Ciroli, another player from the Trinity side, has really grown into this game. You know, if I was Schmidt here, I think I'd be launching this ball straight into the box, because they haven't been dealing with these set pieces at all.
No, they haven't.
Schmidt, he's gonna think this one forward, and again they haven't dealt with it, but Ciroli misses it, and Bello this time, he lets it straight over his head.
Yeah. Any touch at Horse from Ciroli, and the goalkeeper's in trouble.
Yeah, that's going to be well dealt with by the German centre half, Schneisking. as the Rathmines crowd try to get their side back into this game. Jeja with the throw in.
They're really getting into it, the crowd here. Just great to see.
Absolutely, and that's one thing Rathmines, every time they're in a final, and these smaller colleges, they tend to bring the whole college with them. So
it's a big occasion for them, you know, and then to get to play in a stadium like this, you know, it's great. It's great for the college and great for the players.
Yeah, then Schmidt needs to be careful. He was booked in that first half and he just dangled the leg on Corcoran, and chance for Fana, but just evades him. Odian, who hasn't looked as assured in this half.
He hasn't. Fama's really, you know, rattled him a little, you know, with his movement and his physicality, and I thought Fama's been very, very good in this whole game. But the movement around him has been better in this half, and you know, I think that's why Trinity have been so good.
Absolutely, and Heigeman is in no rush to take this throw in. Kelleher. Fana again holds it up. Odian does well. Jeje to clear. Shies King again wins the header. Rahuma just needs to give Comiskey Doyle a bit of a shout there. He had time to take it down. And that's a strike and a half, and ooh, it's not that far off target.
No, it was a fair distance out, but it opened up, and you know, he said why not, and I think the keeper was a fair bit wide at the end. The keeper had it covered all the way.
Yeah, Tom Schmitz, who's started the game at left full and has moved over to that right hand side. It was a decent strike, probably a good bit off target in the end, but still it comes from Rathmines not communicating. That's going to be, I think that's going to be a yellow card, and it's a silly one really for Sean Tully.
Yeah, another one.
71 minutes gone here. There's been a lot of yellow cards in this game, and Sean Tully, I think, was the number 8. You know,
he's calling for assistance here off somebody, the referee.
Yeah,
whatever has happened.
Must be blood or something. There's
okay.
Again,
number
it was
8.
the number 8, Sean Tully, with the booking.
Trinity,
and look, it's a real shame. We have this great production and everything, but they just can't keep up with the game. Yeah, Tully, I think it's just a bit of blood on the knee, maybe.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I think you're right there.
Yeah, again, though, Trinity are down to 10. Yeah, Corcoran, they get the game restarted here. We've had a bit of a stoppage. Good delivery. One with Rahuma. Chance here, and that is a great tackle from Heigeman Call.
Great tackle. I thought the winger O'Sullivan was through there, but you know, his big leg came out and just touched it wide. Again, it wasn't dealt with. The initial header, Rahuma, good header and good defending. He just got his foot in ahead of Doyle, it was in fact, and out for a corner kick.
Yeah, chance here now for Rathmines to get back into the game. It's a great corner in. Corcoran was just met by Shies King again, the German centre half, as Odian picks up this ball. Odian actually has gone up for that corner kick, and that's one thing we haven't really seen, is the big centre halves going up for these set pieces.
For that corner, it brought Bella and Odian up, and you know, it caused problems in the box for them.
Chance here on the left hand side for Rahuma. Rahuma does well and wins the corner for his side. And
yeah, he does well. We haven't heard much of Rahuma for the last 30 minutes or so. So, you know, Rathmines will need him to get in the game more to have any chance of getting back into the game. He's going to take this corner here now. Absolutely,
and he'll be hoping for a good delivery. Big men are up. Rahuma, it's hung high into the air. And it's met by Shies King again, the centre half, and Shies King is out to win it again, and that's a great little ball into him, and Jeje clears, and Villaverde leaves it to Corcoran, the two substitutes, and Villaverde goes to get it again. Can he deliver? He can.
Does very well.
Schmitz does well just to take it off Rahuma. Still not cleared. It is now though, as Schmidt can bring it forward to O'Fana, and O'Fana, I'm not sure if he tried to step over it or take it in, but Odium will pick it up anyway. Oh, and that's a poor pass from Jeje. Oh, and I'm not sure, Carl, did he win the ball or is it just...
I thought he got a clip, but I'm not too sure on it.
Yeah, Schmidt stays
One-on-one
down, but
here,
Keller...
JJ's in trouble. His hamstring is gone, he's in trouble, I think.
Yeah, and
The substitute.
Odian and Rathmines are going to have to change that as Corcoran brings the ball forward, and Heigman, the big man, clears it, but yeah, no, I think Jedge's race is run. That's not going to, you can't recover for that. And
well, he's just trying to recover back in there, and it seemed to just put his hand to his hamstring straight away.
Yeah, it's going to be another substitution here. I think it is Jedge that is going to make way. And that's the number 12, Sean O'Connor. So JJ, who came on in the 58th minute, but it looks like, yeah, he's not going to recover from that one. And so just get confirmation. Yeah, it's the number 17, Abraham JJ, is making way for Sean O'Connor. Disappointment for JJ. It's not nice to come off in a league final, especially when you're chasing the game and you're trying to get back into it and do everything for your side. But
yeah, very unfortunate. There's nothing you can do about them incidents. Just whatever way he turned to recover there, something just snapped probably.
Yeah, it has to be noted that Trinity were down to 10 for that whole sequence of play, and as Sean Tully comes back onto the pitch after slight knock to the knee. I think there was just a bit of blood. It's all cleared up now, and we're back to 11v11 as O'Connor just slots into right full for Jeje, and Shies King kicks it forward, and O'Fana's going to chase this, and Bello will have to deal with it because O'Fana isn't giving it up, and not convincingly dealt with again by the two centre halves. Carl.
No, lucky that the goalkeeper was there and the ball arrived in the box.
Hyman just can't clear it as there's a bit of frustration coming from both sides as Keller boots it off his captain. He won't be thanking him for that one.
No, definitely not. I think it's been a factor this second half, the Rathmines centre halves and fullbacks not dealing with balls, particularly aerial balls from set pieces going into the box. They're letting a lot bounce or they're missing balls, and it's causing them serious problems.
Yeah, as Rahuma tries to switch the play. Rahuma had a great opening to the game, scoring that penalty after 4 minutes, but we haven't really seen anything off in the second half as he tries to take the ball forward here. Corcoran, it looks like he switched to his right hand side, and Schmidt really needs to be careful here because it's foul after foul, and he was booked early on.
Yeah, the referee's patience now is winding thin, I would say. He just needs to be very, very careful.
To be fair to Jack Keating, it is a league final. He doesn't want to give anyone an advantage by sending someone off. And
yeah, no, that's true.
Rahuma, it's a great ball in, and Corcoran will try a meter. He does, and that's going to be a corner kick. I think it came off Thomas Schmitz, the full-back.
Yeah, I think the full-back done enough here. He just, he challenged. There was no free headers, and referee must think it's come off his back and gone wide.
Yeah, and Jackie, he's a lot closer to the action than we are, as Rahuma looks to deliver this one in. And it has to be noted that if Rathmines were to equalise and this game finishes a draw, that we do go straight to penalties, no extra time, as Corcoran tries to flick it back in. It's dealt with. Not convincingly though, as Villaverde picks it up. Tully just gets a toe on it. O'Connor does well, and Ofoma gives away a cheap free kick again, and
Yeah, you're just giving them free opportunities to put the ball into your box. You just need to be a bit more disciplined in them areas and not dive in and not give away these silly free kicks.
Yeah, nerves might be just creeping in on the Trinity side. They've done very well to get back into this game and then take the lead, and they just need to hold on here. 10 minutes to go. There's a decent ball in, and Corcoran, who's looked dangerous from these set pieces.
Yeah, he's got his head to it again. The keeper's done well here.
Yeah, Chambers, and he's taking his own player. I think it is Schmitz, the fullback that's down injured. Just kind of got caught by Jess Chambers, the keeper.
He got sandwiched in between the two players and he took a bang, but he looks to be okay.
Yeah, I think he'd be alright. I suppose the story of the match so far, Rathmines took an early lead on 4 minutes through Mohamed Rahuma as the medics make their way onto the pitch. But they were to be pegged back by a penalty from Trinity. Fabian Schmidt, the captain, after 36 minutes. Oscar Comiskey-Doyle then gave Rathmines a lead just before half-time on 41 minutes, with Ronan McNamara being the story of the second half, scoring twice in the 49th minute to equalise, and then the 66th, and it's been that way since, with 9 or so minutes to go. Chance here, and again Trinity are down to 10 for this set piece as Odeon comes short for the flick on. Comiskey-Doyle does well. As the referee, just Jack Keating gets in the way, and a chance for a break here, but Bello, and that's just gonna run into Jess Chambers' arms, but
yeah, I think the referee done Trinity a favour there. He was in the way because Doyle seemed to be winding up for a strike there.
Yeah, and Chambers goes long right up to the goal scorer, and again it's not dealt with by Bello, and has to be said, they look so solid, as you said, rightly said, Colin, in that first half. I don't know what they've been told at half time, but they really haven't been challenging anything in the air. As Rahuma buys a free kick for his side, but
I don't know if it's confidence or tiredness, but they're just not dealing with them now.
They're running out of time here, Rathmines. Corcoran to deliver this one. It's a bit short, I think. Comiskey-Doyle just gets a touch on it as Rahuma picks this one up. He's well marshalled. Rahuma, he's just trying to be way too clever with a call, and he needs to set it back for a delivery into the box.
Yeah, he's done that since the 15th minute. Alan, he's a good player, but he's just taking too much of the ball of the ball, and they're doubling up on him, and he doesn't realise it. There's spare players that are in other areas of the pitch. Just needs to move it now.
Absolutely, and look, sometimes when you're playing at this Division 5 level, you do come up against teams that aren't as strong as you, and it can be easy and you can get away with flicks and tricks, but when it comes to the final, teams are stronger, they'll give you more, and Trinity have certainly been strong today as McNamara, the goal scorer, who's on a hat-trick, wins a corner for his side.
He does very well there, very clever. I knew he wanted the corner kick, and he's got it. And, they're going to take this opportunity to put the ball in the box and bring the big fellas up from the back.
Yeah, interesting to note that every set piece they've got, they've tried something, they've gone short, they've played one low, they've gone to the back post as Callagher, who was very influential in this game so far, picks it out, and Cock is there, but Bello meets it. Again, it's not convincing defender from Rathmines as the number 10 for Trinity, Tiroli, does well, but plays it into trouble, and Heigman should pick this one up. And it's going to come out all the way to Cock. He gets the bounce of ball, and it was a bit of a centre half shot in the end, Col.
It was. It opened up for the centre half, and he didn't look too comfortable in them positions, and he tried to get into a Fam, I think.
Yeah, as Heigman again is in no rush, and it just throws it over O'Connor's head to Callagher. Callagher Good feet again. Kelleher, that one's going to run out of play, but probably not the worst for Trinity at this stage, having the ball right in the Rathmines corner.
Yeah, with just under 6 minutes to go, they can squeeze up and they can put a bit of pressure on Rathmines up in this high up the pitch.
Yeah, and there's going to be a substitution on the Trinity side, and it's the number 13, Killian Mangan, is going to replace Chibuke Ofama. Ofama, who really grew into the game, had a poor enough start, but grew into it, started holding up the ball, bringing his teammates into play, and he can be very happy with the game he's had today, Colin.
Yeah, he's done very, very well. He's been very influential for Trinity. His hold-up play, his strength, and his work rate. And it's a good day for him on the pitch.
Absolutely, as Gleason Halpin tries to keep one in play, but isn't able to do so, as Heigman will take his time, and as he rightly should. Heigman, that's going to be a free. I think it was a push on Kelleher.
Yeah, pushing the back from O'Connor. Again, it's a sloppy free kick to give away at this stage of the game. They need the ball back, and they need the ball the far side of the pitch, and they can't be giving away opportunities to Trinity to put the ball in their box.
Yeah, Schmidt has a chance to deliver this one again, and they've been very dangerous from every set piece. As Schmidt, that's a great ball in, and it's not really dealt with, but Palatoni gets it on a second attempt, and Carl, that's another great ball in for Schmidt.
Great ball in. The opening was there, and he found it, and bounced up, and the keeper grabbed it in the second attempt, as you said. But another good opportunity for Trinity. They've been good from set pieces.
Absolutely, and Schmidt puts that one out of play, but time is really not on the favour of this Rathmines side, as Heigman does well. Heigman using his bit of experience, just slowing things down, as Comiskey Doyle has gone down with cramp, but he is off the field of play, so the referee does not have to stop it. And Valverde does well, but again Heigman, the German, just stands him up as Corcoran plays that one out. And
yeah, Trinity will be happy with this. They're just killing the place that they are, and it's in the wrong half of the pitch from Rathmines' point of view, but Trinity will be happy with this.
Yeah, Heigman throws down the line via Verde, flicks it inside. Again, it's just bobbing around. They can't get it clear, Rathmines.
Substitution here again for Trinity. It's like number 12.
Yeah, it's going to be the number 12 for Trinity, Killian O'Toole.
That looks like Tully, number 8 for Trinity, coming off.
Yeah, so Sean Tully is making way. The 88th minute here. Just confirmation of that substitution. Killian O'Toole is on for Sean Tully for the remainder of this game. As Rahuma tries to pick this one up. Does well. And Ciroli has the substitute inside, Killian Mangan, but takes too much out of it again.
Yeah, there was 3 players inside if he tried to use it.
Yeah, and Trinity just trying to run down the clock here now.
Yeah, they're starting to look tired here now. Rathmines can't get players up to support Doyle whatsoever.
Absolutely, some tired legs out there, and both sides have made plenty of subs, but as we speak, Corcoran, one of the substitutes, has come on and he's tried to have an influence in this game, but just things haven't worked out for him, Colin, really.
Yeah, it just hasn't fallen for him. He's been okay since he come in, but they still need to try and get support up to Doyle, because he's very isolated in this half, and Rahuma and O'Sullivan, you know, just can't get up and support them. But you know, they're going to have to. They're in the last minute of the game, and you know they're losing this game. They need to get something into it.
Yeah, as Colin rightly points out, Comiskey Doyle, bar that one big chance he had in this second half, hasn't really been in the game. As Rahuma, it's a nice little flick around the corner. That's a great little ball in as Heigman just gets enough on it to get away from Villaverde. Schmidt needs to be careful he doesn't give away a foul, and does well. Villaverde does well the substitute.
Yeah, he's got to throw in high up the pitch in a dangerous position. We need to try to get this into the box somehow. Rahuma.
Yeah, that's going to be a free out. Disappointment for Rathmines, because it's the first time they've really been in that position, as Trinity will just run down the clock now. We're not sure on additional time. We're into the 90th minute.
Yeah, as you said, Adam, bar Comiskey Doyle's opportunity, you know, midway through the half, you know, they've struggled to create chances in this half, and you know, it's been a problem for them.
Yes, Odian tries to get clear. Kelleher, O'Connor battling for it. He's going to win the free kick, and on that note, Colin, I'm going to have to start pushing you, or you'll have to start thinking about your player of the match award.
Yeah, there've been a few from both sides doing well, you know, and I thought Fam was very, very good. So he was until he came off. You know, he led the line well. He was isolated time in the first half, but done very, very well also. But you know, I think scoring two goals in the final, you know, it'd be very hard to overlook it. McNamara for Trinity, he ties them very well. So, you know, my man of the match today would be Trinity's 2-goal hero, Ronan McNamara.
As there's a chance here, and it could be a goal here yet, and it's well cleared off the line. As Odian tries to keep the momentum going for Rathmines, and it's going to be a free in as McNamara boots it down the pitch. So Ronan McNamara is our player of the match.
Here's the opportunity again. Corcoran does very well, gets a ball, good ball in the box. You know, goalkeeper misses it. Yeah. You know, the centre half Cock does very well there at the post to get in the recoveries, goalkeeper, and get the ball out of danger. But here's another threatening position for Rathmines. You know, they're putting everyone forward.
Yeah, you can probably hear it. The Rathmines faithful trying to get a goal here for their side. Again, we're at the referee's discretion. It's a good ball in for Rahuma. Odian's in, and oh, he just can't get there.
Yeah, look, from this angle that he was going to be able to get there first, but you know, the ball just skipped up off the surface and gratefully into the goalkeeper's hands.
Yeah, Chambers, and Bello doesn't deal with it again. Chance for O'Connor now to bring it forward. There isn't much time left here at all as Schmitz clears it. McNamara, the player of the match, does well, holds it up again. McNamara, he's going to go himself. Ronan McNamara, he won't have the legs, will he? And he just ends up falling over. McNamara, he has to be shattered out there. He got past Odian, the captain for Rathmines, and just lost his feet at the crucial moment as Trinity go again with McNamara. McNamara strikes, and I think this will just see out the game for Trinity College.
He's done very well there. He just ran out of steam in the end.
As we're into the 90 plus third, we're guessing that there's about 2 minutes left, or a minute and a half left. Again, we're not sure. We don't have a fourth official, so we don't know the exact figure. But due to all the stoppages, as Kelleher, he'll just look to. Kelleher does well. Villaverde again. O'Connor needs to get it out of there. And that's going to be a corner, and it's frustrating for Rathmines College.
Yeah, Trinity's just done enough there to get the corner out, and that could see this through. Surprisingly, the centre halves are thought about going up. One of them is after retreating back to the halfway line.
Yeah, I think Ray O'Malley rightly just telling them, sit back, we're nearly there. The ball's delivered, and a chance here for Rathmines to break. Villaverde plays Slightly start by Heigman again. Heigman, who has been excellent since he's come on, just boots it down the pitch.
Yeah, he's took no chances there. He's just put the ball into the corner, and Rathmines have a throw in deep in their own half.
Yeah, chance now for Zach O'Sullivan. He has to bring it forward. There's no time left. Gives it to his captain, Odian. Odian with lots of space in front of him. How's the pass? It finds his fullback, but the touch lets him down. And Bello, I think he's going to be keep this ball in play. Keating looks at his watch, and that's it, call.
Yeah, good win for Trinity. I think, on the performance in the second half, I think it's deserved to be very well. Rathmines were very good in that first half, but didn't get enough goals to get sufficiently ahead of Trinity, and Trinity come back in this second half and been very good, and they've scored 2 good goals from Ronan McNamara to win this competition.
Yeah, so that's it. Trinity College of Dublin, their C team, have won the CUFEI WSCAI Men's Division 5 title for 2025, and it comes from a penalty from the captain Fabian Schmidt and 2 goals from Collins' rightly chosen player of the match, Ronan McNamara, on the 49th and 67th minute. Have done it. Just as we have a moment here, just to tell you about today's fixtures. The Division 4 final will be played here at 2:30 between ATU Galway Campus B and Colosh de Ida, with then the Women's Premier Final, SETU Carlow Women playing Maynooth University Women at 5:30. Colin, some excellent games to look forward to today.
Yeah, it should be some good games of football to play. Looking forward to the game this evening between Maynooth and Carlow. Maynooth, we've seen them firsthand in Athlone. They're a very, very good side, and that's a big game, and that's the top division in women's football in college. So it should be a very, very good game of football with some very excellent players on show. Before that we have the Galway game, and they're very strong as well. We know that ATU Galway are always in around the finals of this competition, but they'll be made work all the way today by Colosh Ida, who I believe are a very formidable side as well. So 2 very good games later on to look forward to, and if they're the same, we get the same amount of goals as we did here this morning, and the same quality on the pitch. There'll be 2 very good games to watch and witness.
Yeah, as we just wait for the presentation. Rob Oldham and Paddy Gallagher down there to make the presentations to the Trinity and Rathmines sides. With Rathmines, Lucy O'Hara down trying to instruct them.
It's good to see good support for both teams this morning. It was an early start for both teams, so to get the support to have is, it's great.
Yeah, and during exam season as well, a lot of these students, they'll be up to their eyes now between assignments and exams coming up to Christmas, and look, it's important that they're able to get out and do things like this, especially along with their academics.
Yeah, absolutely.
As Paddy Gallagher calls on the match officials, referee Jack Keating, assistant referees James Keating and Claudio Kimpura, and look, they had a good game as well, and it's a big day for them as well, refereeing and officiating in these finals.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to be after a game and we're not talking about the officials. They treat them very, very good, very efficient, and it's not about them, it's about the players, and they done their job and they were very, very good, and it's great to see.
As Ronan McNamara, 2 goals today, receives his Player of the Match award from Lucy O'Hora. We just wait for the runners-up, Rathmines, to receive their medals. Rathmines, look, they were very good in the first half. Second half, they didn't really show the quality that they possess. But look, they'll be disappointed, Carl, but I'm sure after Christmas, when it comes to the cups, that we'll see them again.
Yeah, they're very formidable side. They're good. They're a good team. You know, 1 or 2 of their players just didn't come out in the second half for whatever reason. But, you know, that affected them, and you know, I'm sure you're right. We'll see them, you know, in the latter stages of the cup competition after Christmas, because you know they are good players. You know, you don't become a bad team or bad players overnight.
As Paddy calls on the Trinity players to receive their winners' medals. Trinity led by Captain Fabian Schmidt, who will be probably last up to receive his medal in order to lift the trophy.
Credit must go to them, Trinity, because the first half was a difficult half for them. You know, they were under pressure a lot from the Rathmines team, so to come back in the way they did, particularly in that second half, is a lot of credit deserved. And you know, as we said, they were on the front foot that whole second half, but a lot of energy into it, and a few bits of quality then from McNamara. You know, finished off the game, but you know, well done to them. And you know, it's a great occasion for them, a great occasion for Trinity. Because you know, I was talking to the manager beforehand. He was saying they've had lost 2 previous finals, so you know, to get this win, you know, they'll be delighted with that.
Yes, as Paddy Gallagher hands over the trophy to Captain Fabian Schmidt. Congratulations, Trinity College C. We will be back at 2:30 for A2 Galway B versus Closh Ida in the Division 4 final. See you then.